Hi, welcome to the City County Planning Board. We're going to go ahead and start our meeting. So I'd like to go ahead. All meeting.
Recording in progress.
You got it. Okay. Okay. Well, you got the extra one there. Welcome to the City County Planning Board. All meetings are auto-recorded only by Montana Legislation House Bill 890. So we're going ahead and start with our meeting, our regular meeting. We're going to go ahead and do our call to order, submission of minutes for July 2026. Everybody had a chance to look at the submission of minutes?
I have read the minutes and I would accept the minutes as written.
Second.
Minutes have been moved to submit as written for submission of minutes for July 2026. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Minutes have been passed for submission of minutes for July 2026 as written. We'll move on to board vote of minutes for July 2026.
Are you reading the financials?
It has here, what, down here, discussion submissions or submission of, discussion improvements, submission of financial statements and bills to be paid. So we'll start with the financial statements.
I would move to approve the financial statements as written.
Second.
Has been moved and seconded for the approval of submission of financial statements as written. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion has been passed for the approval of submission of financial statements as written. We will move on to submission of bills to be paid.
Make a motion to pay the bills. Second.
A motion has been made and seconded for approval to pay the bills. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion has been passed to make for the approval of submission of bills to be paid. Any discussions? Questions? We will move on to old business. County Commissioners appointed member update, and we'd like to welcome Brian. He is a new member to our board. So, welcome. Thank you for your community service and joining the board and fresh look. We'll move on to code enforcement position update. Is there any updates on any of that? Okay. We will move on to the brownfield study update from city and county. Any update or questions, comments regarding the brownfield study? If you'd like to come up, state your name and
Here's the gills.
Hi, my name is Nan. I'm with Beartooth RC&D. So I guess I don't know where you would like me to begin. But for one, I will go ahead and drop this off. I do have a USB drive of all the studies that I can leave you guys.
wonderful.
So that way if you have any questions afterwards. So basically with the brownfields, we have done 6 studies within the county. One, we've done Gary Owen. So basically brownfields through Beartooth is their site specific. So we engage with a property to do testing on the sites. So one site that we've done is Gary Owen. With that is Gary Owen, we did UST tank pools. So with that, there was a 25,000 gallon tank that was two bays. So we pulled that. With that being said, we found a little bit of contamination, but it passed EPA standards, so it's clean. So that was that one. The carpet mill, we all know the carpet mill. And so, but with that, that was a 56,000 square foot mill, carpet mill. There was only 2 spots, so there was no lead based paint, there was no PCB contamination, no mercury, no nothing. There was 2 spots of asbestos caulking on the roof, about $1,200 of contamination. That is absolutely it. Besides that, it is a healthy building. We did a study in Muddy Hall for the Northern Cheyenne tribe. That building was 100% clean of everything, so now it is able to be rehabilitated. We also did Plenty Coupe High School. Plenty Coupe High School actually has a bunch of contamination. It's about $277,000 to be able to clean that up. We also, with that one, did an ABCA. You'll see that on the USB drive. So it'll say where it's at and what that contamination is. Sorry, I'm trying to go fast. So I don't take up all of your guys' time. Also, this was part with DEQ as well. We did the old lumber mill. We still are doing a remediation plan. The old lumber mill is down in Lodge Grass. It's still the site that caught on fire. That one, due to also all the tires that were burning in there, there is more petroleum that is inside the ground. So right now we're doing another study to see how much cleanup is going to actually be needed on that site. And then Helping Hand Foods Bank is another one that is in the city of Hardin right now. That one's actually been going on for over 2 years. That site, we just got done last month with the last final remediation plan, our testing, and now we are going to, then DEQ will determine exactly how much cleanup is needed on that site. It is safe to be used right this second, but the food bank would like to be able to use the outside area ground to be able to grow their own food. So that's what the study is for, because it used to be an old gas station. So that's what we're doing. And then also we were awarded another grant that we are going to be starting in October. It's called Hidden Treasures. It's called the Bad Building Program. And basically what that is, it's going to be just in Hardin. So Beartooth, Montana DEQ, and the city of Hardin are going to partner together. And basically we're going to hold a community meeting to explain what we are calling Montana Hidden Treasures. And basically we're going to come in and do a whole city assessment and rank the buildings basically as priority as a city. Then to be able to do testing, phase 1s or phase 2s testings as the priority needs, and then be able to go after grant assistance. So that's kind of our plan of attack.
Awesome.
That sounds wonderful.
Good to hear all the things that are clean.
There is a lot. Also the Crow Tribe, West Stops is he is an environmental manager, so he does a lot more than just brownfields. So they have a 120 AA program. So I've been working a lot with him. And there's JP Alder, who is doing absolutely amazing work on the Northern Cheyenne. The reason why I actually did the Muddy Hall is because they ran out of assessment funds, because they have just done so much on the Northern Cheyenne. They ended up thinking of creative ways how to get 52 houses inspected in asbestos out of the popcorn ceilings. So that is something that nobody's been able to do in the nation, and they were able to get EPA to pay for that. So that was pretty cool. So when it comes to Bighorn County and utilizing the brownfields program to get things cleaned up. Definitely, there's a lot of stuff that's happening in the county.
Wonderful.
Question.
Yes.
In the assessments in the city of the building, are there targeted things you're looking for, like asbestos, or is there some gamma, a wide spectrum of things?
So, come October 1st, that is when we'll actually have the funding, and we'll hold a citywide meeting. And then as a city, right, that's where we kind of come up with the priorities of kind of what's your priorities, because it's not up to me to come into your community and tell you what your priority is, right? That's up to you guys to tell us what your ranking criteria is of what you think is the priority and needs of your community. And then off of that is how we will test. But usually it's lead, asbestos.
So we're not looking at
Petroleum.
the icky sticky stuff looking out right now that we know about.
I mean, I would absolutely love the gas station. That is, as soon as you come into town, that's one site that I wish I could have my hands on yesterday.
Or the old dollies on the other side of town.
Oh,
yes.
dollies.
Oh, yes.
The old hospital.
But I'm not here to judge anything,
no.
right? Yeah.
Yep, that's kind of why, as a board, we were kind of going over everything. We thought, well, it'd be really interesting to have, see what is going on and where your studies are. That way we know what has been taken care of and what has been hit in our community.
Absolutely.
And that way then it gives us a broader idea what we could look at and possibly, help out with, or possibly look at other situations.
Yep, and so I'm local, right? So usually how funding sources work is usually, even if you were to go to EPA, they're going to be like, try your local. So you go local, state, and then federal. And so then even coming to Beartooth can always, if I don't have the assessment funds, then I work with DEQ. And then we always try to figure out, because the Brownfields program is a free program. And it's all voluntary. So at any time, if a community member wants to engage into the program, it's voluntary. So if they start to feel uncomfortable, then we just stop. But it is good, because then if there's a buy-sell that is coming in, it can help get that property. Kind of like the carpet mill, right? You drive by it and you would think that building is just horrible and it's contaminated, but who was to ever think only $1,200 of contamination is all that's holding it up. And now the Crow Tribe is going after our $1.5 million Swiffer grant. So that might turn into a recycle center.
Nice.
So, sorry, don't want to waste any more of your time.
No,
Thank you.
that was great.
I got a really quick
Oh,
question. So do we have anybody from the city or county that attend Beartooth?
Yep, so Tina
Does
Dwayne
Tina?
sits on our Beartooth board.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
On that board also?
Yep, and I was going to say that for the county as well. We have a representative for the county, Shalene.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Any other questions, comments? Okay. So we will move on to new business. And this is variance requests submitted by Matthew Baker for property owned by Deborah Lee Hill Scott. If you'd like to come up and yeah, you can stand on up, come up and introduce yourself. And
I'm Matthew Baker, and that's Deborah Scott.
hi, welcome.
I guess there was an issue with the getting in and out and stuff. There's a sidewalk that I can move it, set it back another 3-4 feet, if that'll help. Put you guys at ease and know that it's not going to be an obstruction, I guess.
How far would that get your building back from the center of the alleyway?
So is it from the center of the alley? Right now, I don't know what I'm from the center. I was going from the edge, and I'm probably 2-3 feet now from the edge. So that might be 5 feet from the center, plus another 4 feet would be 9 or 10 feet.
I didn't see the email in here, but I had a visit with what's his name? The new
Building inspector.
building inspector.
Okay.
And I said, hey, I went up and kind of looked that over. And I said, there's a new garage that we've built there, up one house from you.
Yep.
And the building inspector didn't understand what he was looking at the time and approved that to be built.
Okay.
And that puts you guys in a bad spot.
Because that's what we're going off of.
And that is what would give you the possibility if one did, then you would have that same right. But, so we have a difficult situation with that. That really wasn't permitted properly.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
City code says 12 feet off the alley.
Right.
And why that garage ended up right on the edge of the alley was a error done by the building inspector.
Can you move your fence back and do the same?
Well, I wonder, I can talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, come on up.
What would be really what do you want us to do? I mean, we were under the assumption that you can come within some variance and to keep within the area it is. We're at least 3 feet into the property, from the property line. If we move it, do you want us to move it, or can we stay within that area? I mean, that's what we're here
The
for.
possibility is if you could move your shed to the west and enter that garage from the side, then you're okay. But entering from the alley, according to city codes, you have to be 12 feet back.
Right.
And the reason that code is written that way is because if you pull your car up your driveway to park, now you're blocking the alley.
Right.
If we were parking in front of it.
So I'm looking at your drawing, and I've been down the alleys too. I tried to avoid it, and I know where you live. But it looked to me like if you move that shed,
Well, I won't be able to move the shed.
you push the shed to the west, and then put your doors on the south side, you should be able to curve into the garage from the side. Then you'd be okay where you're at.
But
You-
I can't.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't need a variance.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can't do that, so, I mean, that's why, okay, so that has to be absolutely 12 feet. But that's the bottom line,
That's what the code says.
okay. So that's what we've got to deal with. That's what we
Unfortunately, your
wanted to know.
neighbor got one built
And you
right
might
on
just
the
go visit with the
property.
building inspector again.
Right.
Now that he's well aware of what's going on, and maybe, you can work it out.
Well,
Okay.
he's the one that had us come here.
Yeah, he's the one.
Well, he was, but in between your first visit and now, we discovered that the other one was put in improperly and things have changed.
Okay.
So that kind of changed the situation.
Right. Okay, so speak with the building inspector then?
Yes.
Okay. Or so it's speak to him, if we have to move it that 12 feet? Is that what we're getting at?
That's the bottom line.
Bottom line? There's no variance? We can't be like that one down the road? Is what I'm asking? It has to be that 12 feet? Okay.
Yeah, I drove down several alleys in that area, and they're all 12 feet back, every one of them.
Yep.
And
Yeah, and that one sticks
that
out.
one is sitting, actually, when I drove down the alley, I looked, what's that doing there?
Right.
How did that one get passed?
how'd
Because
that
it didn't
get
even
there?
come before the board
Well, I didn't
at
want
all.
to tell him there isn't in here, otherwise I was gonna read the information, but it's not,
Okay.
but that,
Yeah.
that's,
Building inspector approved it.
The code, yeah, when the code inspector approves it, then it don't have to come before the board. And for the variance, which you guys requested and asked for, so then it gets looked into, we look at the codes, and that's what we have the planner before we look at all the different codes, and that's how we were like, okay, we come up with this other garage that got built. It got approved
Right.
where it shouldn't have got approved, so we're kind of like, one does and everybody else, we've got to go by what the codes indicate and what the city codes are. And
Okay.
It's the 12.
Yeah.
All right, that's.
So Debbie, you can't move your shed? Yeah.
I'm not gonna move my shed.
You won't move your shed?
No, I'll just move it 12.
Or the fence?
I'll move the fence, I'll move 12 feet in, but I just want to know what direction I'm going right now. It's gonna cost me some money, so.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, visit with the building inspector and I think we'll be able to help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
alrighty. We can go.
Yeah, is that a two-car garage or a single car?
Two.
Two-car.
Thank you for coming
Yep.
in.
See ya.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you for coming in.
You can call me like you're supposed to.
I went on vacation.
Okay. Any other questions, discussions regarding? Okay. We'll go ahead and, so we'll board vote on the variance request regarding the property owned by Deborah B. Hill Scott.
I move to deny.
Deny?
I'll second.
Second. All those in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion has been approved and seconded for denial of the variance request for Matthew Baker for the property owned by Deborah Lee Hill Scott, and it was referred to them to end up going back to the building inspector to go back over with him regarding the designs and the plans to meet the city codes. We will move on to revise to the City of Hardin zoning ordinance, and that will be you, Mr. Meeks.
Yes, hello, City County Planning Board.
Did you vote on the last item? Sorry. I think there was a motion and a recommendation, but I didn't hear a vote.
Oh, the vote was for denial, Mr. Mandeville,
And it was unanimous.
and it was, unanimous, and that it was mentioned for them to go back to the building inspector to end up going back over all of their plans and with him so that they can meet city codes.
Okay, thank you. Got it.
Thank you, Forrest.
Try this again.
Okay.
City County Planning Board, good to see you guys again. My name's Cody Meeks, and I'm here requesting a revision to the cannabis zoning ordinance for the City of Hardin. And yeah, I'll just, I think it's important you guys are really elected officials, leaders of the community. Today, I've had a rough day. I've had a rough weekend. I lost a family member. We had her services today, and she passed from cancer. She passed from cancer, and she was a cannabis user. Not before she got cancer, but after. And it helped her eat, helped with her nausea, and I believe it bought her a little more time. And without a doubt, doctors proven medical cards, there is medical benefit to cannabis. Not only is there medical benefit to cannabis, there's financial benefit to cannabis as well. The county gets a tax, the city gets a cut of that tax. Every dollar spent on cannabis financially helps the community. Not only does the city and county get a tax percentage, but every dispensary that comes into town, they hire 5, 10, 12 people, 12 bud tenders. Not only that, they hire contractors, electricians, plumbers, people in the community to come work at their business. It really benefits the whole community. This is it's hard to find a job here. I have family members that have been struggling to find jobs for years. And they're good people, they're educated people, and there's just no opportunities here. Adding 10 jobs to the community, I think, would be huge. Adding another business where they hire plumbers, they hire contractors, they hire these small businesses to come do work in the city, I think that's huge as well. These small businesses, they don't get calls every day to come work at a business that needs something done. And having another one in town, I think, just helps that. And on top of that, I got another couple pieces of information here for you guys about the money. There's only 2 dispensaries in Bighorn County. Neither of them are in Hardin city limits. But the cannabis tax coming into the state is hundreds of millions of dollars now. And because I'm a little stressed out, guys, I'm sorry. We're really close to Wyoming. The county is bordering Wyoming. There's only 2 dispensaries here. This is a cannabis destination, whether you like it or not. And this cannabis destination is creating jobs and is bringing tax money, tax revenue into the community. Now imagine if we had a dispensary in a commercial zoned area with a parking lot, with a sidewalk, with someone that, a wheelchair could get up and go into the building. A building that's not down a dirt road next to the cemetery, that's not over on this underdeveloped side of town, but a dispensary in a nice place that locals actually wanted to shop at. I'm a local. I only shop here when I absolutely have to. And there's only 2 options in town. I use cannabis because I stopped using pain pills. I had a significant car accident, and cannabis got me off all prescription medications. So I take cannabis extracts because they don't smell as bad. I can take a small amount and I can get my relief. Well, just last week, I went to both dispensaries and neither of them had any concentrates. So I was stuck without the medication I needed in town. And it was already 7 o'clock, no time to get to Billings. I stayed up late that night watching TV, to say the least. So I think there is huge financial benefits to this. Here's a piece of a new study by ABC 30 that they now believe that more Americans are smoking cannabis than that are smoking cigarettes. And here we are in one of the biggest counties in Montana, only 2 dispensaries, not in city limits, in 2 undeveloped areas. It's underserving the community, it's underserving the tourists that are coming into the community, and it's hampering the tax that the county and the city can be collecting because you only shop here when you have to. It's sad to say, it's kind of like IGA. There's better prices in Billings. When you go to Billings, you stock up, you get what you need at a good price. Well, because there's no competition here, these guys are taxing everybody. The same company has a store here, has a store in Billings, and the store in Billings, the prices are considerably cheaper because there's no competition here. I think it's just really underserving the community, the tourists, the opportunity for the tax revenue, and the development of the community. I'm looking to buy a commercially zoned area and build on it. Create jobs, hire contractors, hire plumbers, hire electricians, hire everybody from this community to help create a business that will serve the community better than it is currently being served. And I got another piece of paper here. This is from the former Chief of Police of Washington, D.C., who was not elected, but takes a lot of public heat, a lot of public commentary, things like that. And this was how she felt about cannabis. She felt that cannabis was not the problem, that people who smoke cannabis are trying to go relax and eat some chips, and that alcohol was the problem. I've lost a lot of family to alcohol. Car wrecks, getting drunk doing something dumb, getting drunk being in the wrong place at the wrong time. It happens over and over and over again, especially in this community. There's, every store in town sells alcohol. You drive to IGA right now, you're going to see 20 drunks on the street. And alcohol's here to stay. I'm not trying to get rid of it. But I believe there's a better option for people. And we are not allowing them to have that better option because of the location and the prices. and all the things holding this industry back in this community. Like I said, we are the closest county to Wyoming. Cannabis is illegal in Wyoming, but there are people with cancer in Wyoming. There are people with medical needs in Wyoming. There are people that travel to Denver, that travel to Hardin once a week to get their medication. But you know what? They started to go to Billings because it's better prices, better location, comfortable store. Like I said, if you're on a cane or if you're in a cane or in a wheelchair, good luck getting into the dispensaries by yourself. It's down here at this one over here. The best case scenario, say the gravel's brand new. Well, the gravel's this thick and you can't push a wheelchair through it, even when it's fresh and new. It rains, now you're in a puddle. Same thing with the other one. Let's help our people, let's help the community, let's help the people that use this natural medication to benefit their lives. Let's create a business that the locals want to shop at that will bring in more tax revenue to the community. I've been in this industry for a long time, and Hardin used to be the #1 store in the state when it was the only one here about 3 years ago. But more opened up in Billings. People see how much money they can save by going to Billings, and it's just been diving, dipping for 3 years. And I believe it's because of the location, the stores, the no competition, but mostly the location and the underdeveloped locations that the people, there's a lot of people in pain. There's a lot of people that have medical issues, and they want to go get their medication, their substance that they use, safely and comfortably. And I believe changing this ordinance to allow at least a third dispensary, if not more, into commercial zoning areas and into the city of Hardin would just benefit the community, the city, the county, and everybody in the city. I believe some of these junks walking around town, if they could go find a competition and go get something for $1, well, then they have a substance for $1 where they're not going to go do something stupid, put themselves in danger, put someone else in danger. They're going to go grab a bag of chips and go relax somewhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Cody.
Can we ask questions
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
at this juncture? Sorry.
Oh, I'm
Yes,
sorry, I ran
yes,
off.
yep.
Do you have, and I know this is tongue-in-cheek, hard projection, what the potential tax revenue generation would be for your dispensary?
Well, right now, dispensaries in this community are paying, I believe it's 24% for medical and 24% for recreational.
It's
3 for medical? Or 23?
3% is what they're taxed.
Oh, that's for the
Total.
county, but the state adds a 20% tax.
Yeah.
And then the county has a 3% tax.
Yeah.
So the consumer's paying a 23% tax, 3% is coming to the county. Well, rough numbers, this one dispensary over here last year had roughly 4.5 million in sales. Probably quite a bit more than that. So you take 4 million in sales, divide it by 3%, times it by 3%, that's what's coming to the county. And that's one of the dispensaries.
Roughly, I think it was like 25,000 last year. It was roughly what the county took in, and then they have to distribute it.
To the municipalities and
Yeah.
0.5%
So
of
I
the
think the
state.
city of Hardin ended up getting like 10 grand out of it.
So.
It gets
I
split
believe the
3
numbers
ways.
have
It
been
goes
adjusted.
county, city, and Lodge
We
Grass.
get 50%, the city of Hardin and Lodge Grass split the other 50% depending on the population.
Yeah, I think the updated numbers for the city are like 16,000.
Yeah.
The budget had to be amended by 5,000 at this last.
So 25 to the county, 16 to the city, that's 31,000 just here. Plus Lodge Grass, plus the jobs, plus the other businesses we're hiring. And these are at the 2 underserving locations I've been explaining. Let's open the doors to these dispensaries to open a nice building, create a nice shop, create a destination for the tourists coming into town, and these sales will double. This tax could double. The locals don't even want to shop here. Why would anybody else? They leave town every chance they get, including myself.
Did you check into the DOT stuff
I have not yet.
with the,
I have sent an email. I must have reached out to the wrong person because they told me they couldn't help me, but I'm gonna keep looking into it.
you see when they started putting together the Maverick
The
out
Maverick,
there, and they
yeah.
had some markers out on the road that were kind of checking traffic, and I'm
Yeah.
not sure what that's all about, but they're pretty serious about that.
Yeah, I'll definitely be reaching out to the DOT, and you know what? I bet the Maverick has a lot of good stats on that we could probably help our location as well. So yeah, I plan on doing that, and it's a commercially zoned area, and there's nice big open spots for parking lots and turnarounds and everything there that that I would love to see be developed so people can safely get in and out.
Out of the 4 spots, businesses that own out in that area, which one are you looking at?
I've talked to 2 of the owners of 2 of the different lots, and I need to get one domino to fall before I knock the other one over. But I am looking at that. One of them is considerably more expensive than the other. That is a factor. But the one that's more expensive is also a little more developed. So we are looking at 2 different spots over there. But we plan on making it commercially zoned area, and we want to keep it commercial. We want to keep it business, professional, and make it nice.
How many employees, if you are up and running, how many employees do you anticipate that you're looking at?
I'd say 10. We like to have at least 2 on duty at all times, just because it's so busy in this area. It's almost impossible if the line will be out the door if one person's trying to serve all day long. So we like to keep 2 people there at a time. And these are super regulated businesses. There's cameras all the way around the inside and the outside, 24/7 recording. We got to send that recording to the state every 6 months. They review the recordings. They fine us if they see any infractions on those recordings. And not just that. When I was over here, we had a car wreck, had some people running from the cops. They would come to me, ask to see my cameras. I could pull up the cameras at the outside, and it just makes the area safer. Nobody wants to go to a dispensary. They know they're on camera. They know alarms are going to go off. It's not a place you go to cause trouble, and you can't consume anything on the dispensary owned land. They have to take it home, and they have to go use it somewhere safe.
Will you have nighttime security at all, or you're just gonna rely on the cameras?
We rely on the cameras and alarms. We set up cameras and alarms. People hear a loud alarm and they start running. I used to manage about 7 locations. I had cameras and alarms at every location, and every location we had an attempted break-in. Every location they started running when the alarm went off. Nobody got into the building, and nothing. We had a little damage on the outside, but nothing was damaged on the inside.
Now you talked about ADA compliance. Are you gonna have the ramp? Are you gonna have electric doors also? Or
I haven't thought about the doors. I want to make the ground completely flat. I want a flat lot, and if there is a little bump, we'll have a graded area that a wheelchair could get up easily. But no, that's a good question. I haven't even thought about the doors, so I'll have to look into what, it's a great question, what dispensaries can legally put in there.
What kind of wheelchair user?
Okay.
That's why I asked.
If we
Because
can
I run into
legally-
problems at places sometimes.
Yeah, if we can legally put in an automatic door, I would absolutely love to do that. I think it makes the most sense. We want to create a safe, comfortable environment, welcoming environment, and I think that would help people get in and create that environment. I'll look into that. If that's legal, I definitely would want to do
I would almost think that the ADA with a new building would require a lot of that.
Yeah.
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 Will you have restrooms available for customers, or how are you gonna work that?
Depends what building we end up on. My hope is we build out a building, and that we have a bathroom up front for customers to use. That's my goal. I'm gonna have to, I guess, talk with my business partners and try to get that done. But that's the goal.
Like just one single bathroom?
Yeah, one single bathroom, easy access,
Mhm.
below, up in the front. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, we actually just opened a store in Miles City, and it has a bathroom right through the front door, right to the right, and it's available to the public.
Thank you. I am slow. I asked chat, and I probably used the inappropriate. If I put in Billings, Yellowstone County, and Billings, and I put fiscal year 25, I should have put, 26. And they collected $532,000.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
no, again, that's Billings, Yellowstone County with a population,
And here's the thing about Billings. Billings only has 6 dispensaries in city limits. And because they both have a tax, the city of Billings is only collecting a tax from those 6 dispensaries. They're not getting a tax from the rest of the county, and they're bringing in more than $500,000.
Right, yeah, but it wasn't smart enough to put county and city when I typed it into chat, but yeah.
How many dispensaries are in Lockwood?
Lockwood has probably
20? Seems like there's one on every street corner.
There's a lot.
I think it's pushing, I think there's probably 10 at least.
Yeah. Huh.
And that's because, like I said, this was the #1 store. And everyone started going to Billings, and now everyone started setting up where they thought, where they could, because this community is not allowing them to open up in commercially professional areas.
Any other questions? Comments? Board? Any public comment?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cody.
State's collected $251 million since 2022.
Is that what you got?
On the discussion side of things, while I have no problem with the usage of people using it for said things that Mr. Meeks says, that the issue that arises, and we kind of touched on it in the variance request, is when we allow one, we're going to start allowing multiples. And where's the line at? I mean, I get the taxes are a great thing, but where's the line at? Are we going to have 10? Are we going to have 15? So we're just opening ourselves up for issues and this constant battle, if you will. People coming in asking for this language change, and I get we're an advisory committee, and I get that this has faced City Council 4 times and has been batted down 4 times. But my stance is, while I support it, I can't support this. I can't support the language change because where is the end?
That's a great question, and my personal opinion on that is there's currently 2 dispensaries outside of city limits within the mile. So I would change the language to allow 2 within city limits and within commercially zoned areas, and cut it off. Allow these 2, open up 2, gives them the opportunity to move in if they want to, or to stay where they want. And if they move in, well then someone else can move into the rural area if they want to. But that's just my opinion.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the board? Comments? Discussion? Alrighty. Board vote on revision.
Motion to approve.
Motion has been made and seconded for approval to go forward and to the city council. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Aye.
So we have,
I didn't know what. Unless you go around the table, I didn't
let's
hear.
go around the table. Carla?
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Aye, Connie?
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Aye?
Nay.
Nay? Nay?
Nay, but I wanted a different motion.
Nay.
I was hoping it'd go down so I could make a different motion.
So it's 4 yeses to 3 noes. So the motion will go forward to the city council. So a letter will be drawn up. Mr. Mandeville will drop a letter to the city council regarding questions, comment, all the information, and send that forward to them.
Cody, I'm not against it, but what I wanted to do is I wanted a motion that limited it to 1 or 2. That's the motion I wanted.
Yeah,
You
my,
beat me to it.
I thought we talked about that, but when Cody was saying, limited to 2,
Mhm.
I understood that.
Yeah, that was in that this is, it's unlimited in this, the way it stands.
Yeah, it's unlimited as it stands.
oh, that's not gonna pass city council.
No.
Make your motion.
Hey, I don't think it was gonna pass city council.
I don't think even one will
Anyway.
pass city
Yeah.
council.
We're just giving you a check.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you guys. I
So,
really appreciate it.
yeah, but we can go ahead and we can revise the vote and set it to where it is only advised as 2 within the city limits.
Can Bill rescind his?
I'd be willing to amend the motion to reflect what we've been talking about.
Okay.
Is 2 satisfactory? I mean, like I said, whether that appeases the power to be, I would agree with Mr. Sidwell. But at least we're giving you a day in court or chance. And maybe things should change. I'd be willing to do that, modify that.
Modify it to where there's only to 2.
Okay, so your motion was based on our discussion of limiting.
2 within city limits?
2 within the city limits.
I second that.
You're gonna have to get clear again because
Okay, so we're revising the motion that Bill made to where it is approved for the dispensary, but changing to where only 2 are allowed within the city limits only.
And in the commercially zoned area?
In the commercially
It would
zoned
have-
area, yeah, that's the only place they can be. And with it being revised that way, we'll take another vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Right?
All those opposed?
aye.
Motion has passed. 6 yeas and 6 yeses and 1 nay.
Dang, you wore it down.
Your battle's just begun.
Yeah, good luck.
Your battle's just begun.
Yes, it has.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, if I could get some clarification on that, I'll let everyone hear out. I just want to make sure I have the revised vote
Okay.
correct, so I can put it in a letter to the council.
Yes.
I'll give it a minute for everyone to clear, but, so what I have is, you would like it to allow 2 dispensaries within city limits and add that it's all, dispensaries are allowed in commercially zoned areas. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. I will draft something up for the city.
There's also other stipulations besides just commercial. Isn't there distances from schools and?
Yeah, and where he's at, yeah, that's state law to where, yeah, where schools, yeah, and all of that. Yep. So,
So does, with that motion, does it kick out the other 2? The
no,
way that's worded?
because the other 2 are not in, it goes to the county first. They're within the county border in the mapping zone.
Yeah.
And what he's asking is for the 2 in the city limits. So the city would then end up getting the portion then the county would end up getting the smaller amount, like how it would get
No,
reversed.
even if it's in the city, the county still gets 50%.
50%?
The city still only gets.
Oh, okay. Thank
And
you
then
for clarifying
and
that.
then, I was just looking at my phone, the county does have a 3% option tax on it.
Correct.
It's 20% on recreational.
So
State tax.
would the city be allowed to then to do, if they would pass, I'm just questioning, would they then also be allowed then to tax the additional portion on that as well?
I don't know that, but I don't
Okay,
think so.
okay. Alrighty. So with that all being said and done, announcements, but before announcements, we did have the 2025, you guys will see on here, the certified tax valuation information. We have a copy for 2025 and 2026. So on that there, last year we voted not to keep everything, not to increase taxes because we haven't spent any money. We have the growth policy coming up and all that still, but that's something else that we have to discuss.
Well, you get some of the bills anyway, don't you?
Yeah, we've kept it the
What-
same.
You remember, Bill, what the city county plan board gets for mills?
No.
How about you know that off the top of your head?
Mikey Opie states that intermittently, and I don't think he
I'll have to ask
mentioned.
him again.
Yeah.
What is our taxable value?
For 26, 352,000.
352,181.
Value, taxable value, net taxable property.
Backwards mapping. I don't know what the value of a
696,000.
mill is here. Is it 1,800?
No, it's more now. You calculate that out, probably, but they don't have the numbers.
And just backwards mapping of the 1,800, it's 46 mills, which doesn't seem appropriate.
How many mills?
46
No.
seems excessive.
Yeah, that would be a
Can't be,
lot.
it
That
can't
would
be.
be a lot.
I was just going off the money in the financial statement. Cash on hand.
Maybe that's the other thing we can go ahead and do is check what our mill level, how much we get percentage wise,
What the mill is.
what the mill is. Alyssa, would that work? Send a letter out and see what that is to them, and we'll have that. And then we'll put this on action if we want to increase it or keep it the same.
When does this have to be reported? Everybody's already got their budgets and stuff in pretty much.
Yeah. Virginia just sent this one out.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Are you maxing out your mills?
No, we are not.
I know, but like for the library, it was like $9,000.
Mr. Mandeville, do you have any idea how we're sitting with mills?
I have nothing else to add.
Yeah, just find out.
Yeah, we'll find out and put this on the next agenda. What else do I have here? Also, growth policy, Bighorn County's done, and the Hardin Visitor Center here. So if anybody would like, we'll just pass this around, but if anybody would like hard copies, we can go ahead and get hard copies done. Please let me know. Growth policy was in that one that
I
way.
would have something to say about the visitor center. What's that one?
We don't have ours though, huh? The city county planning board, growth policy.
We did
It's
send one
You handed it
out.
out, huh?
Yes.
I guess I didn't get it.
So, we can end up, Alyssa, can we go ahead and do up a couple more of, the city county planning board's growth policy manuals and have some of those done up
Sometimes
at
you give me the right
the
answer.
city office. Who's all missing, the city growth policy that would like to have a book done up to read up on?
Larry probably didn't have one either
For what?
for the city county.
No, I got city county or the county
One,
planning
two,
board
three,
football thing.
four.
Yeah.
We'll do about
The one you took from me.
four, have about four of them done
I
up.
took them all the other day.
No, that's the new one. That's the county.
This is the city of Hardin
She's
and
talking.
growth
I told you the
management
same
plan
as
of,
Hey, then you
that's
don't
the
need
city county
one.
planning board here.
You can pass it back that way.
one.
So I would like to just kind of quickly talk about the visitor center. I don't know if anybody's actually heard anything really about it.
Would you
I
like
knew it was
a
kind of
city
going
one too?
No, thanks.
Just,
I read them both.
You read 'em both?
Yeah.
okay.
I knew it was
I would
going
like to-
on. Oh,
You'd like
go
two of
ahead.
them? Okay. City of Hardin growth policy for Brian and, city county planning board growth policy for Brian.
I would
Yeah,
like
I'd like
one
to
also.
get one.
One of each?
Yes, please.
One of each for Carleen? And
I'd
then,
love to hear
Bill?
about the visitor center.
Yes, please.
I'm waiting.
yes, one of each for Bill.
Yes,
I'm not-
sir.
Anybody
I'm not
else?
impressed
Okay.
with the
That way we can get
visitor
that all
center.
up and going.
That time reads for you.
So where is that at?
And then we'll see if we can get some of the Bighorn County's growth policy manuals up in 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just do the whole board,
Yeah.
that way everybody has them.
I heard that was in the floodplain.
Because it's
And they
costing
couldn't build there.
$24,000 and they'll have to tear it out because there's no building.
And
So
so,
part of what was going on with this building, that when we heard a while ago at the council that they were getting ready to put in the building. But then they realized they had a ton of money to do some work, dirt work, such as what apparently you did
she'll get for you.
over there because
We'll have
of all the
city
moisture
Hardin
and stuff in the
here,
ground,
and
and
plus
they'd have
have
to
a new
move a
one
lot
for
of
the,
dirt and put in
Bighorn
some
counties.
fabrics and all the things that
Got one
they
for
do.
each of them.
And the cost was just
the
more
our
than
board,
they had
and
for the grant money at the
We
time.
will end up,
So they've kinda,
we got to
backed
growth
up
policy
and we're just talking about putting in
That's quite a
the
lot.
shrubbery and the grasses and the sprinklers and some of the other things. And so that's kinda where we're at. But, I had never really heard anything about what was going to go in there. And, some of the things that they're talking about in there, like some native plants, medicinal, cultural, ceremonial, some, the story of the boy with the 7 sacred sheep, some water, river features, agricultural, some crop circles and some things like that. But I thought it was really nice that, to just share the information because I've never really heard a thing about it.
So no building?
No building.
No building yet. That's phase 3.
That could become if they get the grant at phase 3.
If they get the grant.
if we get the grant.
So what this one was is they
Exactly.
kind of had to do quite a bit of skimming even on this to reduce some of the sprinkling systems and some of that stuff to be able to afford the budget that they've got with this.
What is their budget? Do you know?
Well, I'm not sure what their budget is. The cost on there was $1 million something that they had to kind of pull some money out of there for things. But the plumbers had yet to approve the plan to build this property first and then the building, so they were waiting on that, so I haven't heard anymore. But, it sounds like a very interesting space, but I just hadn't heard anything about it like that before, and I do think that, if that's going in our community, we should hear a little more about it, I just wanted to share that.
Who's in charge of it?
Alex.
Alex would be for us.
And I think, isn't Drew helping her out quite a bit with
That's
that
with the
stuff?
granting and all
With the
that
granting
kind
and
of
all
stuff.
that
So
stuff.
she's the hired,
Hired
that's her hired
Position.
But I guess I shut off the microphone, no.
Oh.
No, it's okay. I think because it's called the triangle, I mean, you can come up with some cool things about the triangles and stuff. To be called the Hardin Visitor Center, it just sounds so dry. But I think the triangle, using the triangle, I mean, that word triangle means a lot to people in the community. I just wish they'd have rethought that a little bit.
Yeah.
Personal opinion, the location's all wrong.
I agree.
You're pushing people towards the dam. Or if you're gonna build tourism, you need to push them towards your downtown.
Yes, you do.
It's gonna be a nice parking spot for boats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good soft place to lay for the night.
Yeah, all places when you got a flat tire at the dam.
Yeah.
So, I'll switch up here. Montana Department of Commerce, they did send me the books. Some of the newer books didn't come out. And this here is the Montana 2025 Land Use Planning Statutes. So, who does not have a book on that there that would like to have a book?
I'll wait for 2026 to come out.
This is our new ones.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll take one. Are you gonna get enough?
They're gonna go ahead and send me some more.
Okay, I'll wait.
I'm on this, yeah. Carlene needs one, I think. Is what she said.
I could wait.
No, you know what? Go ahead and have
You
it.
just don't wanna read
Yeah.
it. You just don't wanna read it.
Does it come in an audiobook?
I'll just do that. I'll wait for mine. I have more ordered.
Yeah.
And then,
Give me an overview.
Carla and Bill are both going to the conference that's over in Dillon, and I think that is going to be really, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. We actually are hitting a conference and learning and what's going on over there. I'm really excited to hear what they come back with and let us know.
Yes.
And then with the Department of Here, I went ahead and talked to, the gentleman's going to be coming down, the one that's going to come and do our meeting in September with us, later in September or October. They're going to come down and do our conference with us and training. He's going to be in tomorrow, so I'm going to try to meet up with him tomorrow. And if anybody else would like.
The CTAP people?
Yes.
Okay.
So I did reach out for them. Also emailed them for more information, grant writing for the grants, all the different things that they do on besides just what the board is capable of doing. So reaching out a little bit more on our growth policy, that. So other than that, announcements. What is it? We have. He was going to give me a call back, and he didn't. He's going to be here tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yeah, he's meeting in town to do an annual review of something with somebody from the city's room.
Yeah. Oh, he said that he would try to catch up with me, and so that would be nice. And then we have city council meeting, which will be coming up on, I had it all marked down. Next Tuesday. Thank you. There it is. Next city county planning board meeting is going to be September 14th, and I will be gone. So Mr. Bill Hodges will be in charge of running the meeting. August 11th, which is tomorrow, is Police Commission. Thank you, Carla, for letting me know that. Police Commission meeting. And so they're going to have that tomorrow, whether or not they're going to be hiring a new chief.
They will be discussing.
Discussing.
Hire the new police chief tomorrow.
Thank you. And then August 18th is the city council meeting. And I will be out on that one if Bill or Carla, if you guys will be attending that one there, so you guys can reach back out to because they are going to have what we went over tonight and be asking questions.
That's all right? City council?
Usually I have to always check the website, and the new website's kind of, I'm having a hard time with it, and I see they have, I had asked them to redo, they still have 2 old members on there, so they were supposed to fix that, but they probably got glitches and stuff still going on and fixing out all the little kinks or whatever, so, yeah.
Okay,
I just
so,
checked that.
Are you attending then, Bill, that one?
Well, I was just confirming when it was. So it's the 18th and we think it's 6:30.
August 18th, yep.
6:30. I'm gonna make a motion, make Carla
Or representative.
Dang, I thought you were
our
coming
local
up
person. to
Yeah.
the meeting.
liaison.
Yeah, our liaison.
Any,
No, I
Paid
kinda quit
position.
going.
Paid that voice.
any other announcements?
Yes, I do. I have a
Okay.
cute thing, I think. that's
Okay.
cute. You know, I don't know if anybody is well aware of the Bighorn Hospital Choose Health self-order laboratory testing. But man, I don't know what people have for insurance or even families within the schools or different things like that too, but well, I won't bring this one up. But I mean, you can go in and get a full comprehensive metabolic panel for $25. Walk in, just go do it. Okay, I will bring it up. You go get a pregnancy test for 10. I mean,
What about
that's,
mental psychology?
huh?
You got any psychology testing?
Yeah, there's no I'm kidding. But I mean, there's all kinds of things that I think that if people have a $100 deductible or things like this, that I don't know. I just like to see it floating around the community a little more because it's there's just everything.
Now that is self-referral, right? You don't need a provider
Yeah,
for
you
that?
don't know. All you have to do is call them up and say that, hey, you know, rheumatoid factors, rapid strep test is, ooh, that one's a little more, 55. But I mean, I don't know what people's insurance are, but I think that was pretty cool. Yeah, actually, you can have that.
And then I had another question, I guess, sorry. Staley's, were they gonna set up during the 4-H fair?
They did.
They did? What day did they set up?
Saturday.
Saturday?
They're gonna set up Crow Fair too.
Oh, they're, okay. Cause I went down and I must have missed them completely. But I love all I was so excited when I seen those plans and stuff. I was like, yeah!
You can go on there and move stuff around if you really want.
Want to. So while we were down there for the 4-H, some of the people, they had a stick shed, they went and got canopies and stuck them over because it was really hot that day, and they stuck sprinklers up on top of the roof just to keep everything cool. So I was thinking, oh, that'd be kind of neat if you stuck like those sail shades. Have you ever seen those where they stick those up? And then somebody had mentioned, well, it'd kind of be neat for like the little misters, where you could hook those up so it's just spraying while the people are around out there with the fans and stuff like that. But I love the ideas. And then for you guys at the school, I was so happy and excited. I was like, yes! You guys had the little buttons with the little crosswalks over there by the tennis courts and by the other one. I was like, oh, that looks so awesome.
I think the crosswalk sign's a little close to the stop sign, but is what it is.
But just to have them where they're pushing and they're flashing, just not where they're going across, I thought that was really nice.
What's that?
I think they're a little close to the crosswalk.
Yeah, that too, but hey, we got them.
There you go.
Paid for them and everything.
We'd never been before, and everybody was zigzagging from parking over there from the games all the time, and then I was like, oh, seeing all the little kids running across, I was like, I think I
Road now.
Yeah.
That's their road now.
Oh, it is?
They have been, but I
Oh,
don't
good.
think people.
Cities?
Yeah, it's become a step.
Like, I mean, I saw it.
So,
You have to have that
make
quite a bit.
a motion for
to
adjourn?
adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
As adjourned, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.